Preparatory works for the Long Island project off Singapore's east coast are set to begin at the end of the year. Authorities say the works will be carried out in two phases. The first will start west of Bedok Jetty and include sand infilling. The entire project, a major coastal protection effort, is expected to span a few decades. Natalie Ong with more.
The Long Island project was first mooted in 1991 and detailed technical studies are ongoing now. The project is designed to protect Singapore's east coast from rising sea levels, strengthen water resilience with a future reservoir, and create new land for future needs. Preparatory works for the project will be carried out in two phases. The first phase will cover an area of around 570 hectares, starting west of Bedok Jetty. The works will include removing seabed obstructions. Works to the east of the jetty will cover about 155 hectares. Authorities say the second phase will start after Singapore hosts the Southeast Asian Games in 2029. Together, the preparatory works will cover about 725 hectares, roughly twice the size of Marina Bay.
It is a complex project that requires many years of careful planning and implementation. This is why we are starting preparatory works in the waters off East Coast later this year. While these works are ongoing, you can continue to safely access the beaches, exercise paths, and tracks along East Coast Park.
He adds that measures will be put in place to minimize the impact on the environment and the community. Still, some sea sports users will be displaced by the reduction in sea space along East Coast, and agencies will work with them to identify alternative sites. Authorities say that the area being prepared is not the final land reclamation profile for Long Island and that final plans will be refined before any reclamation works begin. Plans for Bedok Jetty, which sits between the two plots, have yet to be finalised.
Now, authorities say the preparatory works will involve removing seabed obstructions, creating temporary sand bunds and sand infilling. This is ahead of future land reclamation. But why are these needed and how do they work? Natalie Ong finds out from an expert.
So I understand preparatory works are going to begin end of this year. What is this exactly going to entail?
Preparatory work literally means getting all the preparation for the real future land reclamation work. Basically consists of clear up all the unwanted material at the seabed. Those are ship wreckage, the old or whatever, old pipe that left there unintentionally, big stone that rolled down from somewhere. Those will affect the future construction.
This work will take place around 130 meters from shore. Dr. Chu adds that the buffer was likely based on studies of wave action. That's to allow activities along the shore, such as swimming, to continue as per normal. Before works begin, floating barriers or silt screens, also known as silt curtains, will be deployed. Silt screens demarcate the work area and prevent sediment from floating closer to shore and affecting water quality.
Silt curtain is one of the very important installation to prevent sand from flowing beyond the area that you want it to flow, or rather you want to contain sand within the near to the construction location. So imagine the East Coast Park will be here and the beach will be here, so the sand filling activity will be here and all this sediment will be contained here. Second part of preparatory work is filling in the sand material. Sand filling process basically consists of bringing in sand from some source location in a big vessel, right? Depending on specific construction method, they may transfer to a slightly smaller vessel when they come nearer to shore, or maybe park at further away and pump the sand through a series of pipes. But in any case, the discharging of sand will have to be done beyond 130 meters, meaning that dropping this sand deposit to the seabed, and then we want them to do it layer by layer, gently, slowly on the seabed and building up slowly.
He adds that as works will take time, the sand will not be immediately visible. The first phase will take at least 3 years, while the second phase could last for up to another 3 years. Authorities say water quality, suspended sediment levels, noise, and dust will be monitored throughout the works.